Hello Internet, and welcome back to another episode of Pokémon FireRed and LeafGreen. In the last episode, we took on Elite Four Bruno's Hitmonlee with Sandslash and won tenaciously. We took on Elite Four Agatha's Gengar with Ninetales and won tenaciously. We took on Elite Four Lance's Dragonair with Vaporeon and won tenaciously. Winter had a marvelous battle with the champion Aiden. In the end, Aiden sent out Gyarados while Winter countered with Gengar. And as a result of battling with every bit of power, Cooley won the match. And Winter saved the game at this location of Helitown. No, I didn't. Ah, Winter! You seem to be enjoying traveling. Knowing you, Winter, I can easily imagine you going out to even more exotic locales. Good for you, good for you. Ho ho ho. Oh my god, these bitches gay. Good for them, good for them. This time, there is a lot to do in the Kanto region. Well, actually no, there's not. There's nothing we can do in the Kanto region right now, but there is something to do outside the Kanto region, and to do that, we need to head to Cinnabar Island. Before going where we're going with Bill, I do want to make sure I have Chiding in the party. As soon as we go on this little side quest with Bill, we are going to be locked out of having access to the PC for at least a little bit. Which means we're gonna have to leave one Pokemon behind. At least for a little bit. And honestly, I think it's gonna be Gaster. Gaster kind of kicked ass during the Elite Four and was even the Pokemon to bring down Aiden's last Pokemon. I think that's just kind of the best option here. Gaster's also the highest level outside of Haket, so he definitely needs the least training out of everyone. Who do I want to lead with? I'm gonna lead with a Lamp. Not gonna go and, like, re-equip the Lucky Eggs and the Experience Chariot or anything, because we aren't gonna be missing too much. Keep in mind, everything we're going to be doing in this episode and the next couple episodes probably is all stuff you could have done after the 7th gym and before fighting Giovanni. So, that's the level of stuff we're about to be going up against. Hey, you kept me waiting. Ready to set sail to one island? I am. Well, that's it. Let's go. How'd you get here? Whatever. Looks like my pal's boat arrived too. He sent it specially here to Cinnabar to pick me up. I don't know, like, we're kind of landlocked, but whatever. We'll jump over the rocks. Here we are. This is one island. There are several islands around here, and this is one of them. My friend Celio sent the boat to fetch me here. He's in charge of the island's PC network by his lonesome. Why am I telling you this now? Let's just go see Celio. This song sounds awful. Hey there, Celio. Bill! I can't believe you came out here. Well, absolutely. How's your research coming along? Oh, wait a sec. Winter, this is my buddy Celio. He's one dedicated PC maniac. Celio, this is Winter, the reigning Pokemon champ. I didn't know that dialogue changed if you did the Elite Four first. That's really cool. That's really impressive. I hate to say it, but I have zero aptitude for battling. Anyway, I'm glad to meet you. So, bring me up to speed. How's your machine run? It's running fine, but we're too remote out here. The PCs on this island just can't link with your PC, Bill. Oh yeah? Okay, let me take a look-see. Hang on here. I think we can make it work. Let me help you, okay? Winter, can I get you to wait for me just a bit? Actually, can I get you to do me a favor? The island next to this one's called Two Island. There's a guy there that runs the game corner. He has this thing for rare rocks and gems. We keep in touch, being fellow maniacs, so can I get you to deliver this meteorite to him? Accepted a meteorite from Bill. Winter, if you're going to Two Island, please take this. A tri-pass. It's a pass for the ferry service serving the local islands. It'll let you travel between the islands 1, 2, and 3. Oh, you should have this too. An extra page for the town map. I'll catch you later. Say hi to the guy for me. If we check the town map, which is down here, I forgot I reorganized everything, we can see where we are currently. We are now on one island. Yeah, these islands are all named like this. Don't expect anything too fun. There are, like, lore names for these islands that aren't this, but this is essentially a second region. Not to the same scale that, say, Kanto in Gold, Silver, and Crystal is, but we have a lot of exploring to do in the post-game. This is a lot of areas that did not exist originally. And I'm really excited to get to this stuff, I'm gonna be completely honest. I've been looking forward to this for a while. So, yeah. Anyway, let's talk to some people around here. I'm sorry for taking up so much of Bill's time. I'm also sorry for being such a poor host on your visit here. How about we try like this? Very helpful, Bill. I wish I could trade Pokemon with my boyfriend who lives far away. Oh, you're a stranger here? Hi, where'd you come from? Pallet Town? I don't know it. This is a reference to a character in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald who asks, where are you from, with the answers being yes and no. And no matter, if you say yes, he says, yes town? I don't know it. And then if you say no, he says, oh, you won't tell me, or something like that. On this island, there's an enormous volcano. It hasn't erupted lately, so why not enjoy a hike? Maybe later. I don't have time for that right now. Oh, one more thing in here, actually. This isn't a Pokemon Center, this is the Pokemon Communication Center, which it won't say here, but this is a reference to a very big Pokemon Center in Gold, Silver, and Crystal's Japanese versions. Anyway, the usual PC services aren't available. Cool. Anyway, now we can leave there. Hi, sightseeing, are you? Isn't the warm climate here great? Here we are on an island smack in the middle of nowhere. We're lucky to have an upstanding young man like Celio here. My granddaughter was in a tizzy over Celio's friend. Something about a famous Pokemaniac? I'm not sure what that means, but Celio is quite the man. One island. Friends gather at Knot Island. So yeah, as you can see, this place is called Knot Island, but it's also called One Island. Young people all want to go off to big cities, but I want to stay here forever. Cool. That's kind of how I felt living in, like, a relatively small suburb in Michigan. I kind of wish I was still there. On sunny days, I step out and gaze upon the volcano. That's my daily routine. Let me think. When was the last time Mount Ember erupted? Everybody's talking about Mount Ember, and we could technically get there by going this way. We're on Kindle Road right now. However, I think it's best that we just do what we're actually here in the Sevi Islands to do for now. So heading back to the harbor. Ahoy there! Where do you want to sail? We're going to 2 Island. All right, all aboard! Sea Gallop High Speed 2! I just gotta say, I have been waiting, like, so long to be back to making normal-length Pokemon videos. I really enjoyed the series up to this point and everything, but good lord. I'm so excited for this video to be like 30 minutes, probably. Danger, fast current, fishing and surfing prohibited. As it says, the current is much too fast and surf can't be used. You also can't surf or fish here. This is kind of their way of getting around making an island setting without making it, like, way too open, which I guess works. There's a cut tree down here. I don't know what's actually down here, though. Actually, I do. My notes just say in explicit detail. It's a revive. Okay. Anyway, 2 Island. There's an old woman who lives in a cottage out in the Cape. She gives the eye to Pokemon. It's a bit unnerving. What does that mean, she gives the eye to Pokemon? I don't know about that. Have you visited the game corner already? It's no good to go alone. You have to take a friend along. Maybe later. Not many people live on 2 Island. There's this old lady who lives out in the Cape. She's been there since I don't know when. She's been cheated by you since she don't know when. And we still can't use the PC. Don't worry, though. We'll be able to eventually. 2 Island. Boone Island for 2. So this is Boone Island. I just don't... I understand the naming scheme is so you know what order to go to them and everything, but... That fellow there, he moved here from Celadon City. Started up a shop with his younger brother. You have to wonder if he knew what he was getting into. Oh, hello, welcome to my shop. We've only opened up recently. Our merchandise is limited, but I hope we can serve your needs. Right now, he will only sell Great Balls and fresh water. This stock will actually, increase depending on how much progress you've made. So, technically, he should have a couple more items right now since we've entered the Hall of Fame, but since we haven't done something on this island, hopefully I cut out that bit where I accidentally spoiled what we're doing here, he will only sell these 2, and his stock will just increase exponentially by the time we've actually finished our objectives here. I believe there's a hidden item here somewhere? I guess not. I'm crazy. Boing, boing. Have you tried the jumping game? The Pokemon you can enter, boing. Some go boing, and some go boing! Did you know that? Boing. Awesome. Boing. I'm the Pokemon Move Maniac. I know every single move that Pokemon learned growing up. I'm also a Mushroom Maniac. Oh, I know a few Mushroom Maniacs if you want to meet them, buddy. Bring me 2 tiny mushrooms or 1 big mushroom. If you do that for me, I'll teach a move to 1 Pokemon. Sniff, sniff. You smell of mushrooms. Please don't smell me. Do you want to teach a move to a Pokemon of yours? This is finally the move relearner. Technically, this is accessible after the 7th gym, but you do have to wait until then, which is a little ridiculous. There are some moves here that your Pokemon can only learn through the move relearner. For example, Synthesis for Venusaur. I don't think this is actually one of them. I think this is probably a move I skipped over while I was grinding, but you know, you can teach this to a Venusaur if you want through the move relearner. There are Pokemon that have moves that are specific to this, though. So, I'd be curious to see if any of my Pokemon have these moves. Doesn't look like anything on Lamp, but I can relearn Confuse Ray if I want to, which is good. Acid Armor. This is another move I skipped over while grinding. I think Haze too, maybe. Acid Armor sharply raises defense, which I did use on Umi in Generation 1, but I think I'm happy with his moveset as it is. Rhyme. Nothing really that I'd be interested in. Annabelle's the last Pokemon in my party right now. And, of course, there's nothing. I'm sure Gaster is going to be the one Pokemon who could have learned something interesting here. It is worth checking for all your party Pokemon if there's anything you want to learn there, though, because there's some good stuff. Anyway. Now, where's Lostel gotten to today? She always brings me lunch every day right about now. You there! Are you a friend of Lostel's? Have you seen Lostel around? I don't know where she might be. She should have been here long ago. Lostel's a cutie. She got my looks. So, what if something's happened to Lostel? Please help me find her. Please go search 3 Island. Huh? What is this game corner? How much sadder can this get? Those clowns. They said they'd be waiting on the island, so where are they? Hey you, is this the only 3 Island around here? Try waking up before you crawl out of bed, you punk. This is 2 Island. Move it. Get your filthy motorbike out of my place. Huh? Oh, gotcha. These islands are confusing. Would you look at that? That punk scuffed up my floor. So yeah. If you couldn't tell, the design philosophy for 2 Island and 1 Island and 3 Island and how the events on these islands are going to progress is slightly different from the original games. They're going to be a lot funnier with some of the stuff too, which I appreciate. Hello, Weepin' Bell. I'm not going to bother burning you alive, don't worry. This is Cape Brink, and at Cape Brink, there's this one house. Inside, I perfected the ultimate move of its type, but will no one take it for future use? You, that Ninetales? No, I was just mistaken. She will only, like, tell you what she's going on about if you have your first partner Pokemon in the first slot of your party. And yes, I just called it a first partner Pokemon to piss people off, and I don't care. I perfected the ultimate move of its type, but will no one take it for future use? You, that Venusaur. Oh, this is the one! This is the Pokemon! This Venusaur is worthy of learning my ultimate move! Will you allow it? Will you allow your Venusaur to learn my Frenzy Plant? This move can only be learned once. You will allow it? Then let me confer my ultimate Frenzy Plant on your Venusaur. The cat wants to learn Frenzy Plant. Frenzy Plant is a 150 power, 90 accuracy grass type move. This is a grass type Hyper Beam. I really want to teach this. I just think it's so cool that this exists. In this generation, only Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise can learn these special moves. There's a different typed variant for every starter, so Charizard gets Blast Burn and Blastoise gets Hydro Cannon. They're all the same move, just a different type, but in this generation, only the Kanto starters can learn them, making them very unique to FireRed and LeafGreen. Okay, so I gotta think about this, because once I get rid of, like, if I get rid of, say, Razor Leaf, and I want it back, and I remove Frenzy Plant for it, I can never get Frenzy Plant back. Because Move Relearner doesn't allow you to relearn tutor moves. So I need to take a look at something. I just wanted to take a look at Hiket's stats. Speed is her highest, which feels weird, other than HP, but, you know what? I feel like we barely even use Hiket in battle anyway. Just because, like, so often she's weak to whatever we're fighting and her moves aren't the best to deal with it. I think when we do use her, I want her to be dealing high damage consistently. And I think Solar Beam and Sunny Day is one way to do that. Frenzy Plant is 30 more base power than Solar Beam, though. I think I'm willing to get rid of Razor Leaf for it. Actually, no. I'm gonna get rid of Sleep Powder. I do plan on getting rid of Razor Leaf, but not for this. I didn't think I could teach that move while I still lived. True. Is this a list? No, it's just a pretty picture of a Pokemon that looks like it's feeling good. Why would you think it's a list? This isn't a future game. So, regarding Frenzy Plant specifically, I do actually have something interesting to note. Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen were released after Pokemon Coliseum, a GameCube battle simulator of sorts with a story mode of its own that I'll make videos about eventually. But they were in development around the same time, if not earlier. We know this because if you connect Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen, the model used in Pokemon Coliseum will use the design of either Red or Leaf. But anyway, if you transfer a Pokemon knowing Frenzy Plant into Pokemon Coliseum, or just use one in battle mode, it will actually go by an early name, Solid Plant. This is a direct translation of Frenzy Plant's Japanese name, Hard Plant, and as far as I know, this is the only time a move's official name was technically changed between games outside of any spelling changes between generations. The only reason this is likely the case, though, is because in Ruby and Sapphire, these moves were completely unusable without hacking. They can only be learned by the Kanto starters in Generation 3, and there's no way to obtain them prior to FireRed and LeafGreen's release. You can go back to the front lamp. There's also a single new encounter here on Cape Brink. Give me just a moment here. Here we go. One new encounter. Let's go over it now. Persian is unfortunately a shadow of its former self at this point. Whereas in its debut it had guaranteed stab critical hits with Slash, it has no such thing in Generation 3. Instead, Persian has to rely on Return or Double Edge as a high-power normal-type move, with its best other options to fill other move slots being Fake Out, Shadow Ball, Iron Tail, and Hidden Power Fighting or Ground. Unfortunately, with how low its special attack stat is, Persian is really no longer viable as a special attacker, despite its overwhelmingly special base move pool. And it also can't even learn Thunder Wave through Move Tutor. Use Persian if you like it, but unfortunately, there are much better options in this particular game, many of whom are available even sooner than a Meowth would evolve. So you're telling me that even though the PCs on this island don't work, you can still transfer Pokemon to it? How the hell does that work? One more thing in Cape Brink, because this place just has to have everything interesting to talk about, apparently. On this tile, you're going to use the item finder. The item finder's shaking wildly. There's an item buried underfoot. A PP Max. This is an incredibly rare item in FireRed and LeafGreen, and this might actually be the only one. The PP Max is an item that increases the PP of a move to its maximum. So this is essentially the equivalent of 3 PP ups. This is a really, really rare item, and this is also the last super hidden item in the game that's obtainable through normal means. So, yeah, cool. Anyway, heading down from Cape Brink, that's all we have to do on 2 Island for now. So let's head to 3 Island. We have to go look for Lostel. Here we are. 3 Isle Port. Well, this looks pleasant. Hey, lady, fork over some spending money. Hey! Who are you? I'll call the police! Okay. We're the Kanto Rider Federation. Vroom! 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 My bike's wimpy, so I had to make exhaust noises myself. Yeah, this guy's just riding a bicycle. Good for him. Hey there, how's it going? What am I doing here, you ask? Well, I'm prospecting for gold. When I strike it rich, I'm buying a house in Kanto. Okay. I thought there was something on one of these, but I guess not. Okay. So that cave is just useless. Let's head into the actual town of 3 Island. Kin Island of family bonding. Yahoo! From this day on, this island belongs to us. Okay. Excellent house. Rare rocks and gems are displayed. Cool, Steven must live here. If Ruby and Sapphire taught me anything. Are you the boss? Go back to Kanto right now. Huh? I just got here, pal. What's with the hostile attitude? It's mighty cold of you. Your gang of followers have been raising havoc on their bikes. Do you have any idea how much trouble they've caused us on the island? No, man, I don't get it at all. Look at this place. What do you do for entertainment? You ought to be thanking us for livening up this sleepy village. But hey, if you insist, you can try making us leave. You cowards, so tough in a pack. Cool. I want to go to the Pokemon Center first, though. It's impossible to surf between the islands around these parts. The tides are too fast and treacherous. Hey, did you hear the news? The PC network here can now link with PCs in Kanto. I don't know how that came about, but it's fantastic. As he said, we can access the PC freely now. That was fast. Might as well get Gaster in the party. We're gonna need, Sheding again, but not in this video. Let's crush berries. That'd be wasting berries? You can always find some berries on the ground in Berry Forest. I already talked about Berry Crush, though. I don't need your help. I already talked about Candy Crush. Alright. You, what are you staring at? Don't you know it's not polite? You want to make something of it or what? Yeah. I like your guts. You'll be losing money to me, but, Biker Goon would like to battle. His name aged. Coughing. These guys are all going to be incredibly generic. They're just going to have coughings and grimers. The Kanto Biker Federation is actually not an evil team on the same scale as Team Rocket, who would have thought. But I do appreciate them just making all of these guys be named Goon to simulate them being grunts. I think that's funny. Should take out Grimer. We're 13 levels higher and it's the same type attack bonus, so... And I think it's boosted by Charcoal, too. He might be holding Charcoal. What is this kid? Gay. Aw, man! Don't you dare laugh! Aren't you from Kanto? You should be on our side. How do you know I'm from Kanto? Coughing. Very creative. Since this is the only one, I can use Overheat with no recourse. I don't know if recourse is the word I'm looking for there, but whatever. It felt cool in the moment. That's usually what matters to me when I'm choosing my words. Stop fooling around. What's the matter with you getting all hot like that? Totally uncool, man. We invited the boss out here, but you had to mess it up. You embarrassed us, man. Biker Goon. Another one with only one Pokemon. Yeah, as you can tell, this was definitely meant to be done before the Elite Four. Before Giovanni, even. This genuinely would have been a valuable source of experience. Goodbye, Grimer. Lamgir to level 51. Nice. Well, he's just got nothing. Boss, I'm telling you, you gotta do something about this kid. I've been watching you, and I'd say you've done enough. What are you, their friend or something? Then I guess you'll be battling me in their place. Cue-Ball Paxton. Leading with Wheezing, level 39, Poison type, Levitate for the ability, knowing the moves probably Self-Destruct, Sludge, Smokescreen, and Haze. Nobody bothers listing the moveset on this thing, so I'm going to assume it's just its level up moveset. This isn't technically a boss, probably. I'm just counting it as one because he's the leader of an evil team. He's the leader of the Kanto Biker Federation. Show him some respect. Goodbye, Wheezing. Final Pokemon, Muck, level 39, Poison type, Sticky Hold for the ability, knowing the moves Sludge, Minimize, Screech, and Acid Armor, presumably. I mean, it's not gonna take out Lamp. And it's not gonna, I'm just gonna keep spamming Overheat, honestly. I'm 12 levels higher, even if this doesn't knock out, I can definitely not knock it out next time, because our special attack just dropped even further, but, you know. It was funny while it lasted. We can at least switch into Annabelle now because it's not going to be using Levitate to avoid Earthquake. It is using Acid Armor to increase its defense, but, well, it stopped as soon as we switched into a Pokemon that would be advantageous against, so this will still probably knock out. Goodbye, Muck. Alright, enough. We'll leave like you wanted. We'll be happy to see the last of this boring island. Yeah, go right on hanging around with these hayseeds. What the fuck does hayseed mean? I'm looking that up. A person from the country, especially a simple, unsophisticated one. Okay. Hey guys. It'd be fantastic if someone as strong as you lived here. I hope you'll at least stay here a while. I beg your pardon, you're looking for Lostel? Lostel went off towards Bomb Bridge a while ago. Thank you. Those goons were nothing but bad trouble. Oh, look, your Pokemon got hurt on my account. You've got seriously impressive Pokemon with you. Thank you. Alright, well, with that, we know Lostel went off towards Bond Bridge, and we've beaten the entire Kanto Biker Federation, which sounds like pretty good progress to me. So next time on Pokemon FireRed and LeafGreen, we're going to be heading to Bond Bridge after Lostel. See you guys then.